Good morning, my dear students. My name is Neer Dwaena. I am currently available at the Hamlet Tuition Center, Brahmatal, Kathmandu. If you want to contact me, my contact number is 9849135739. I'm also available at the Kumudini Kunjar Secondary School, Kalimati, Kathmandu. My dear students of grade 9, this is your science class, and in your science class we have been studying about the lesson electricity and magnetism. In our previous class we discussed about introduction to electricity, electric circuit, and amount of electric charge. Today we will discuss about the measurement of electric current. Okay, we simply said that current means flow of electrons. Yes, now measurement of electric current, which is simply said electric current, is how many charges are flowing through the circuit or flowing through a section of wire in 1 second time. How many charges are flowing through a circuit in 1 second time? That would be the measurement of electric current. Okay, and charge virtually means number of electrons. You know that, yes? Since protons cannot flow, protons are too heavy to flow, it is electrons that flow through the circuit. So quantity of charge means number of electrons. Okay, quantity of charge means number of electrons. And let's say that this is a conductor wire, this is a conductor wire, okay, and in 1 second time, let's say in 1 second time, okay, in 1 second time 6.25, you remember the number 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Yes, if this much number of electrons, are flowing through the circuit in 1 second time, then this would be, we would call this 1 ampere current. See, you see the number? Do you understand the number or not? Do you understand the number or not? This is very important. Okay, the numbers could be too much confusing. Actually, numbers tell us the truth, but truth is always confusing. See, in 1 second time, if 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are flowing through the circuit, then that much of current is known as 1 ampere current. And you know that 6.25 into 10 to the power 25, so 10 to the power 18 electron also means how much? You know it, 1 coulomb. Okay, 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons have 1 coulomb charge. Okay, so it can be said, it can be replaced by 1 coulomb charge. So basically this much tells you that if 1 coulomb charge flows through the circuit in 1 second time, then that much amount of current is 1 ampere current. Understood? Okay, that much current is 1 ampere current. So ampere simply relates to how many electrons are flowing through the circuit. Okay, how many electrons are flowing through the circuit. If I say 2 ampere current is flowing, or let's say okay, 10 ampere current is flowing through this circuit. If I say 10 ampere current is flowing through the circuit, what does it mean? It means 6.25. Okay, 1 ampere means 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons, isn't it? Is it or not? Okay, 1 ampere means 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons multiplied by 10 ampere means you need to multiply it by 10 times, so it would be 6.25 into 10 to the power 19 electrons. Okay, so 10 ampere current is flowing, basically means 6.25 into 10 power 19 electrons are flowing in 1 second time, per second time, in 1 second time. Okay, do you understand the example? Okay, now what if the device is operating for 10 second time? Okay, what if the device is operated for 10 seconds time? Then you see, if the device is operated for 10 second times, then 10 ampere current means how much electrons have flown through the circuit. See, in 1 second 6.25 into 10 power 19 means it once again it needs to be multiplied by 10. That would give you 6.25 into 10 to the power 20 electrons in 10 second time. Okay, see, the number of electron has increased 10 times, but time has also increased by 10 times, isn't it? That's why both of these 6.25 into 10 to the power 19 electrons per second and 6.25 into 10 to the power 20 electrons per 10 seconds, both of them are same as 10 ampere current, because in this case also in 10 seconds this much electron flows, means in 1 second you have to divide it by 10. That will give you 6.25 into 10 to the power 19 electrons. So in this way, ampere basically gives you the number of electrons flowing through the circuit per unit time. Okay, this is the important point. The ampere gives you the idea of number of electrons flowing through the circuit per unit time. Okay, we have used this term ampere a lot in grade 8 also. While studying about household wiring system, we discussed about ampere, isn't it? Like 10 ampere circuit, yes, and then 5 ampere fuse, 15 ampere MCB, 35 ampere heavy circuit, isn't it? 15 ampere light circuit, like that. We have used the term ampere a lot. Now this is the actual meaning of ampere. Okay, so see, measurement of electric current. Electric current is the quantity of charge, or quantity of charge means 1 coulomb charge equals to this much number of electrons. Okay, so the quantity of charge flowing through a section of wire in 1 second time. So it can also be defined as rate of charge flow. Rate of charge flow. So mathematically you will get amount of current equals to charge divided by time. Charge is indicated by Q and time is indicated by T. So you get I equals to Q by T. This is your formula. Okay, this is the first formula you have got. This is the first formula you have got in our in this lesson, isn't it? And these formulas will be essential for doing numerical problems. So memorize these formulas. Okay, I equals to Q by T. Or if you cross multiply it, you can also get a very interesting formula. Or Q equals to, if you cross multiply T over here, you get I into T. So except for you, it will become quit. Quit. Just remember quit. QIT, quit. QIT, quit. Q equals to I into T. QIT, quit. It will make it easier to remember the formula. Okay. Okay. Next, SI unit of amount of current, electric current, is ampere. It is represented by capital A, or it can also be said coulombs per second, because unit of Q is coulomb and unit of T is second. So it will give coulombs per second. Okay, so SI unit of electric current is ampere, and ampere can also be written as coulomb per second. Now see, this is the same example that I have discussed over here. 1 ampere current is defined as 1 coulomb of charge flowing through a conductor in 1 second time. That is, if 6.25 into 10 power 18 electrons are flowing through a conductor in 1 second time, it is called 1 ampere current. Any confusion up here? Okay, now what device do you use to measure electric current? That is ammeter. Ammeter is an instrument or device which is used to measure electric current flowing in a circuit. And ammeter has very small resistance. That means it does not eat up much of electric current. If a device has high resistance, then it eats up, they reduce the electric current, isn't it? They consume electrons. But since it has very small resistance, it does not consume electrons. However, it draws up too much voltage. Okay, it draws up excessive amount of voltage. That is why it should be connected in series combination. And you know that in series combination, same amount of electric current will flow through all devices. Okay, in series combination, same amount of electric current will flow through all devices. And to measure electric current in ammeter, whatever amount of current is passing through device must also pass through ammeter. Do you understand or not? र मैले के भने यो डिभाइसमा कति करेन्ट पास भइराखेको छ भनेर हामीले मेजर गर्नु पर्यो भने यसमा जति करेन्ट पास भएको छ त्यति नै करेन्ट एम्मिटर भन्ने डिभाइसमा पनि पास हुनु पर्यो हैन। यदि तिमीले एम्मिटर भन्ने डिभाइसलाई चाहिँ यसरी प्यारलल सर्किटमा राख्ने हो भने हो यति तिमीले वायर यति कनेक्ट गरिदिएपछि प्यारलल सर्किट हुन्छ हैन। ओके ने प्यारलल कम्बिनेसन हुन्छ है। यसरी प्यारलल कम्बिनेसनमा राख्यो भने सर्टेन अमाउन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट यो डिभाइसबाट जान्छ है। सर्टेन अमाउन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट यो डिभाइसबाट जान्छ र सर्टेन अमाउन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट चाहिँ यो बल्बबाट जान्छ। ओके आगे चाहिँ प्यारलल कम्बिनेसन अलिकति मिलेन होला है। एनीवे ठिकै छ। प्यारलल कम्बिनेसनमा राख्यो भने के हुन्छ त सर्टेन अमाउन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट डिभाइसबाट पास हुन्छ र सर्टेन अमाउन्ट अफ इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट यो बल्बबाट पास हुन्छ। अनि त्यसो भएपछि यो बल्बबाट कति करेन्ट पास भयो भनेर डिभाइसले मेजर गर्न सक्छ त सक्दैन नि हैन। यो बल्बबाट कति इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास भयो भन्ने कुरा मेजर गर्ने हो भने यसबाट जति इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास भयो त्यो सबै इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यो डिभाइसबाट पनि पास हुनुपर्छ है। यु हेभ टु गेट थ्रु मी यो डिभाइसले त्यही भन्छ। यु हेभ टु गेट थ्रु मी डिभाइसले इलेक्ट्रिसिटीलाई के भन्छ त यु हेभ टु गेट थ्रु मी इफ यु वान्ट टु गेट टु द बल्ब हैन। द्याट्स व्हाई इट मस्ट बी कनेक्टेड इन सिरिज कम्बिनेसन। अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड? ओके सो यसको सिम्बोलिकली यस्तो हुन्छ है ब्याट्री एम्मिटर ल्याम्प हेर त सिरिज कम्बिनेसनमा छ नि र यसको एक्चुअल डिभाइस चाहिँ यो एम्मिटर हेर्दाखेरि यस्तो हुन्छ। एकदमै सिम्पल छ है। यो वायरहरू कनेक्ट गर्ने वायरको कनेक्सन भयो हैन। अनि यो सुई भयो हो। अनि सुईले चाहिँ कति एम्पियर करेन्ट फ्लो भइराखेको छ त्यो कुरा यहाँ देखाउँछ है त। Okay, let's read it once again. Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the electric current flowing in a circuit. It has very small resistance. And should be connected in the series combination. अब यसलाई किन सिरिजमा राख्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा यहाँ आयो। If it is connected in parallel combination, electric current would be divided in load and ammeter, so it cannot measure accurate current. बुझ्यो? ओके सो त्यही रिजन हो इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट मेजर गर्नकै लागि चाहिँ यसलाई सिरिज कम्बिनेसनमा राखियो है। एनी कन्फ्युजन अप हियर? ओके इफ नो कन्फ्युजन लेट अस गो टु नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स। ओके पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्सको बारेमा बुझ्नलाई पहिला वान सेकेन्ड फेरि एकचोटि यो माथिको डायग्राम हेरौँ है। ल यसमा हेर यहाँबाट सर्टेन नम्बर अफ इलेक्ट्रोन यो कन्डक्टर हुँदै फ्लो हुन्छ हो र यो कन्डक्टर हुँदै फ्लो हुँदाखेरि यो इलेक्ट्रोनहरूले वर्क पनि पर्फर्म गर्छ नि हैन। यो कन्डक्टरमा बीचमा तिमीले एउटा बल्ब राख्यो भने बल्ब बल्छ, हिटर राख्यो भने हिटर तात्तिन्छ, स्पिकर राख्यो भने स्पिकर बज्छ, वर्क पर्फर्म गर्छ नि हैन। कति वर्क पर्फर्म गर्छ द्याट डिपेन्ड्स है। कति वर्क पर्फर्म गर्छ द्याट डिपेन्ड्स। अब यहाँबाट मैले 1 कोलुम चार्ज पास गराएँ। 1 कोलुम चार्ज भनेको कति हो त 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 हो 80 वटा इलेक्ट्रोन पास गराउँदाखेरि यहाँबाट 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 वटा इलेक्ट्रोनहरु पास गराउँदाखेरि पर सेकेन्ड टाइम सरी मेरो माइक छुटेको थियो ओके 80 इलेक्ट्रोन पास गराउँदाखेरि यहाँ कति वर्क डन हुन्छ त त्यो इलेक्ट्रोनले सर्किटमा कति काम गर्छ हो त्यो वर्क डनलाई नै पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स भन्छौं ओके यदि धेरै वर्क डन गर्छ वर्क डन धेरै छ भने त्यसको पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स हाई हुने भयो तर वर्क डन थोरै छ भने पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स कम हुने भयो ओके सिम्पली इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट इज द कज potential difference is the effect. Electric current is how many electrons are flowing and potential difference is how much work has been done by flowing electrons. Okay, यो भनेको यस्तो भयो म्याराथनमा कति जना रनरहरु दौडी राखेको छ कति जना दौडी राखेको छ त्यो के हो त इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट हो अब उनीहरुले दौडिदै गर्दाखेरि कति चाहिँ वर्क डन गर्यो त उनीहरुको मसल्सले कतिको वर्क डन गर्यो त कतिको क्यालोरी बर्न गर्यो त उनीहरुको मसल्सले त्यो चाहिँ के हो त पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स हो ओके इलेक्ट्रिक करेन्ट इज द कज पोटेन्शियल डिफरेन्स इज द इफेक्ट अब बुझ्यो ओके सो you can define potential difference as see potential difference between 2 points in a circuit is defined as the amount of work done see that is what I said just now yes the amount of work done by the circuit moving unit positive charge from one point to another so this is the work done sorry by the circuit okay it's okay by the circuit actually it is the work done by electron and since the electron is flowing in circuit we can say this is work done by the circuit okay so potential difference is defined as the amount of work done by the circuit moving unit positive charge from one point to another point by moving unit positive charge how much work is done that is potential difference so mathematically you get work done divided by amount of charge q by t pd equals to q by t okay pd equals to pd equals to w by q work done by amount of charge so SI unit of potential difference is volt that means if 1 joule work is performed by moving 1 coulomb charge then the potential is called 1 voltage okay if by moving 1 coulomb charge it does 1 joule of work then the potential would be 1 voltage any confusion okay so what device is used to measure potential difference that is voltmeter okay voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across any 2 points in a circuit okay voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across any 2 points in a circuit so why see in every definition every note there is this word any 2 points in a circuit okay because potential difference is always measured between 2 points okay okay now voltmeter is different from ammeter okay while looking if you look it from outside it is just the same as ammeter isn't it is it different from ammeter no it's not different from ammeter only the symbol is different but instrumentally the structure is totally different see voltmeter has very high resistance ammeter has very low resistance but voltmeter has very high resistance and since ammeter is connected in series combination voltmeter has to be connected in parallel combination because it has high resistance yes because it has high resistance if voltmeter is connected in series combination then the voltmeter would consume all of the electricity and the device will not be functioning so the voltmeter must be connected in parallel combination see this type of combination is parallel combination okay this type of combination is parallel combination and in such parallel combination voltage is not divided. Voltage does not get divided. Okay, in parallel combination voltage does not get divided, but electric current would get divided. Okay, so certain amount of electric current is supplied to the bulb, certain amount to the voltmeter. But does it matter? No, it doesn't matter, because voltmeter does not have to measure electric current. Voltmeter does not have to measure electric current. Voltmeter has to measure potential difference. That is why voltmeter is kept in parallel combination. Now if you keep the voltmeter in series combination instead, then what happens? Okay, if you keep the voltmeter in series combination, then voltage would get divided. Suppose the battery provides 12 volt of current, then the bulb will get 6 volt and the voltmeter will get 6 volt of current. So voltmeter will measure it to be 6 volt. So is that exact measurement? Is that accurate measurement? No, that is not accurate measurement. So if you keep voltmeter in parallel combination, then voltage will not be divided. Whatever voltage is the bulb getting, the same voltage will be supplied to the voltmeter. Okay, that is why to measure voltage, the voltmeter must be connected to parallel combination. And this kind of voltmeter you might have seen in your common life, in your daily life. Okay, let's see the note. Okay, voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across any 2 points in a circuit. It has very high resistance, so it has to be connected in a parallel combination. If it is connected in series combination, it will divide the potential difference between voltmeter and load, so it won't measure potential accurately. So any confusion? Okay, now there is another term, electromotive force. This term will be used very frequently in grade 10, not in grade 9 but in grade 10. Okay, and you should know this term. Okay, electromotive force means, say, electrons, motive, motion. Okay, how much force is needed to move electron? How much force is needed to move electron? That is electromotive force. And who provides that force? The source of electricity. The source of electricity provides the force to move electrons, isn't it? That's why the electromotive force is the work done, amount of work done by source of electricity. See, potential difference is amount of work done by the circuit. It is the work done by circuit, but it is the work done by source of electricity or the battery. Work done by battery. It is the work done by circuit itself. It is the work done by battery. Okay, that is the only difference between EMF and potential difference. Okay, that is the only difference between EMF and potential difference. And the voltage, SI unit of EMF is also voltage. See, SI unit of potential difference is voltage, and that of EMF is also voltage. Both of them have same unit, because both of them physically, both of them are same quantity, isn't it? Both of them are work done by moving unit charge. Both potential difference and EMF are work done by moving unit charge. The only difference is potential difference is work done by the circuit, EMF is the work done by source of electricity or the battery. That much is the only difference. Okay, do you get it? Okay, now you need to do some questions as your assignment. Okay, these questions are important. Actually, I did not give it that question to you. Yes, here. Okay, let me give it to you then. It should be moved. It can be moved here, up here. Okay, and here I have got the space. In that space I'll type question. Take this question. Assignment number 1, differentiate between electric current between the following. differentiate between the following. Number 1, electric current and potential difference. Number 2, ammeter and voltmeter. Number 3, potential difference, okay, PD and EMF. Okay, these 3 assignments you have to do, okay, and you have to submit. Okay, today also we will do only that much. Okay, in our next class we will discuss about Ohm's law. So it would be better if you pre-read that part from the lesson, that part of lesson from your book. Okay, so that okay, whenever you pre-read the lesson, then my explanation will become more clearer. Okay, my explanation will be more easily understandable to you than when you do not read. Okay, that's why I urge you to read it again. Okay, read it once before you sit in the class, before you take the class. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you, class.